Welcome to the 2017-2018 NBA preview. Today we are covering the 5th ranked team in the preview, the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers. My name is Joshua Enviers. Like usual, this series is inspired by Grantland, and also like usual, this series isn't based off of who is going to the finals, Cleveland Cavaliers, who's going to win a championship, possibly the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is simply just based off of regular season. I know what you're going to say. LeBron James, he's the greatest player of all time. He should be at least number 2 behind the Golden State Warriors. Did you listen to what I just said? This is based off of regular season. LeBron James is great, but he can't single-handedly get the best seed in the Eastern Conference by himself and the best seed behind the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference by himself. This is team basketball. Basketball is a team sport. Last season, the Cleveland Cavaliers won 51 games. They were tied with 3 other teams, the Toronto Raptors, the Utah Jazz, and the Los Angeles Clippers. They all had the same record as the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cleveland Cavaliers team overall last season was ranked 5th. If you want to, put the Jazz in front of them, the Clippers in front of them, or the Raptors in front of them, they could possibly be 8. But the Cavs as a whole are the 2nd best team in the Eastern Conference. This doesn't have anything to do with LeBron James individually. This is a team as a whole. I see him being around the same amount of wins as last season, 51, possibly tops 53. They did trade Kyrie Irving, and we're going to talk about that in the offseason moves area, but I like what they got from the Kyrie Irving trade, to be totally honest. This team did improve, but the health of Isaiah Thomas is going to be critical for how many games they win. So without further ado, I know you probably haven't got past this part. You probably saw the number. You probably didn't see it say 1 or 2, so you're probably already upset, which is a shame. Anyways, let's take a look at the offseason moves that the Cleveland Cavaliers did.
This is what they did. They got Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder from the Boston Celtics by dealing Kyrie Irving to them. They also got Derrick Rose and possibly another NBA Finals appearance, depending on everybody's health. Like I said, traded Kyrie Irving. I think that's going to be a real huge blow to them, but if Isaiah Thomas is able to be healthy and start at least 70 games this season, the Cavs should be just fine making another Finals appearance. Besides losing Kyrie, a bigger blow to this organization was the loss of King James. He is now a higher up with the Phoenix Suns. James Jones is no longer on this team. He is retired from the NBA. 7 straight Finals appearances. Gone. It's going to be tough to replace James Jones, especially because they got rid of a lot of other washed up players past their prime on this team as well. They got to wash the roster clean of washed up players because this was a good offseason for them. Unfortunately, they still got some more washed up players on their team. They drafted nobody either, so that doesn't really help with the whole getting younger process. But hey, maybe they're not looking to get younger. The roster looks like Tristan Thompson at center, Love, LeBron, JR, and Isaiah Thomas. Now, reports say, per sources here, Isaiah Thomas might not be back until All-Star break. Who knows when Isaiah Thomas is going to be back, but apparently he's not going to be the starting point guard at the beginning of the season. Derrick Rose is. Apparently he's back from his left meniscus tear and he's ready to go, and he's going to be the starting point guard to get that 2K rating up that everyone seems to be complaining about. Isaiah Thomas needs to hurry up and get healthy and play for this Cavs team, because after Derrick Rose, your backup point guard is Jose Calderon and Kay Felder. That's not a good look. Especially with Derrick Rose being kind of a liability, whether or not you don't know if he's going to be healthy or not. You're banking on LeBron to do a lot here. Looking past that, they got Kyle Korver, Iman Shumpert, Jay Crowder, and Channing Frye. Along with old man Richard Jefferson being somewhere along those lines, still getting minutes. We're not even going to mention Jeff Green. I feel like it's just better to not mention Jeff Green.
This is a team that's going to be competing for a final spot. It will most likely be the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals. It might just be another Golden State Warriors and Cavs rematch, and I'm not sure if you want that, but that just might be what it is. So my question for this Cleveland Cavaliers team is how much better are they now that Kyrie Irving is not on this team?
We're going to take a look at right now, and we're also going to take a look at the long-term future or next 5 years for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs pulled this trade off because Kyrie Irving no longer wanted to be with the Cavs, didn't want to play with LeBron James anymore, and wanted to be the guy with some other team. So we gave the Cavs some options and they traded him to the Celtics because Kyrie knew that LeBron James' 4-year party with the Cavs might be over soon and he'll probably leave to a different team and stay there for 4 years. There's a trend here with the Miami Heat, the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron doesn't have to stay with the Cavs anymore. He won a championship. So Kyrie Irving said, yeah, I'm not going down with the ship. Long term, this is a good trade for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Cavs will be better off considering they did get the 2018 Brooklyn Nets first round draft pick, and this upcoming season, the Nets might be one of the worst teams in the league. For sure, a top 5 pick is going to be coming out of this draft pick. They set themselves up for a rebuild just in case LeBron James leaves. Isaiah Thomas is a 1-year expiring contract. They don't have to re-sign him to a max contract that he wants. And for the short term, just looking at this trade and the now, it also brings stability. Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder were a huge part of the Boston Celtics' success last season, and although Isaiah Thomas may be hurt right now, hopefully later in the season, he returns to this Cavs team, and this Cavs team will have a nice secure spot atop of the Eastern Conference. This trade is a win-win for the Cavs for right now and looking for the future, rebuilding just in case LeBron James leaves. And when we talk about the Celtics, I'll be sure to talk about this trade as well from their perspective. So, did this team get better without Kyrie Irving? No, they remained the same without Kyrie Irving. They got better on defense and maybe, just maybe, got a little bit lower on the offensive side. And just because Isaiah Thomas, he's a great scorer, averaged more points than Kyrie Irving, but it was with a Celtics team that didn't have any other option really to score the basketball. This was as safe as you could play it, like the Cleveland Cavaliers did. And if LeBron James leaves next season, I really can't blame him.
So with that said, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on it, considering there's going to be pretty upset people in the comment section below saying this is too low, when in all reality, they were the 5 overall team last season. So shout out to you if you understand that this series is based off of regular season wins. Not that many people understand that concept, unfortunately, even though if I say it in every beginning of my videos. I guess they don't get that far in the video. They just see the title and pretend to be upset about something that doesn't really and shouldn't really affect them.
Before you go, check out some of these other videos on screen right now featuring the NBA previews past episodes. The link is in the description for the NBA preview playlist in case you want to watch the rest of the series, along with my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at @Enviers if you want to chat it up about the preview or anything basketball related. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.